Tamara Williams Van Horn with Auntie Corn Leadership Strategies, and we're trying recording through the AirPods today, and we'll see how that experiment works. So, yesterday I was on the panel for the Future of Strengths Forum, and there were two of us who were domestic, meaning inside the US, one person in Saudi and one person in Brazil. And we all gave our perspectives on the different cultural receptions we've experienced or encountered bringing the Clifton Strengths tool forward in our spaces. And the other person who was based in the US is actually has South American descent, is of South American descent, and so visits that context a lot and has worked with people in the two South American nations, not Brazil, that he's encountered. So that was a really interesting set of conversations to learn from and listen into and kind of present my perspective while not needing to have the one way or the singular answer. And so that got me to thinking about, well, what do I want to take away from this experience? One, I've always known that I've liked sitting on panels. And when I produce shows, although I tinker in the solo method, and we can talk about that later, the shows that I've produced all the way through to staging have all been multi-voice shows, and even when I'm not a direct participant. So Their Tongues Unleashed, when I had Ed Mabry, Will Evans, and was it Alvin Lau? Or was it Buddy Wakefield? At any rate, if you're a slam poetry person, then you know these names. At any rate, I had 3 or 4 of my slam poetry they weren't idols, they weren't mentors, but they were definitely people who I took notes from and, would study as I developed my craft in my way. So at any rate, I hosted them for a night. And while I did a little bit of opening because it was my home audience, I didn't consider myself a part of the show. But everything I do through to production is multi-voice. And yesterday's panel was just a reminder. The second is that I am a sociologist to my core. It doesn't matter that I did not get the PhD. I have a master's degree in sociology, and I came out of that through a distinct interest in the way sociology was framed within an African American studies program. And I 100% have a sociology of Black community lens on lots of things, and a sociology of Black feminist and Black gender studies lens. Those sit with me regardless, and I definitely am a product of the racial awareness program of the University of Cincinnati. Just all of those were things that came up, and I was reminded that those are also things that I like about myself, and that I have no problem contributing into the world. The lessons, the frame of mind that I approach issues with, and the capacity to let others have narrative and perspective and standpoint from a different positionality than mine. It's what I think the benefit of all of us being globally displaced and migrating and all of those things, I think that's the payoff that we get to have. And um, I really appreciate Joe Self and Angeline Soon, our moderator, for bringing us together and for me to be able to, again, do my work, which is bringing my bias forward, owning up to it, uh, letting it sit there for engagement by other like-minded, good-hearted people, and to have my perspective expanded and move forward with the growth of that opportunity. And so I got to do that. I got to do that with a subject I care about, and I got to bring some experiences from the past that I really care about alongside. It is clouding up, so I'm gonna head out, and I look forward to talking with you in the next piece. Like, subscribe, share this with anyone who you think might benefit from it. Uh, Let me know in the comments what's resonating with you and what's going on with you. I'd love for this to be a back and forth community. If there's anything you'd like for me to cover or to get my take on, leave it in the comments. And if you have subscribed, hit the notify bell to make sure you don't miss a single video. Adios.